So this week I had a little, I guess you could say, self-care. So I got my hair done. I've not had my hair dyed in almost 2 years. And my grays were gold and it looked kind of odd. So I went into the hair place and the girl's like, oh, what do you want to do? Your hair. And I was like, well, I want to match it as close as I can to my original color. I like my hair color, and I also didn't feel like dealing with the changing of the colors and it showing when the dye fades. So like, let's just match it as close as we can. So she matched it pretty close, I would say. Like it was almost spot on. So I did that, and then she's like, well, do you want to cut it? And I was like, yes, please. So I cut it like a little bob. It's kind of like a hot mess. I just took it out of a ponytail. But she cut it. Looks like a little, yeah, obviously it'll look a lot better when it's tamed down, because like I said, just got it out of a ponytail. But yeah, so I did that. I also ordered new glasses. I have not had new glasses in 2 years. And the only reason why I went to get new glasses was because I did my eye exam. And it had been a year and a half or so. I did it back in December, and from there it was like a year and a half since I had my last one. And I could tell that my eyesight was getting worse. Unfortunately, genetically, I was not gifted with perfect eyesight. My eyes are still changing, and I'm almost 40. Most people, their eyes stop changing at 25. Mine did not stop. Mine are still changing. They're not changing like as much. So back in December, they changed like a quarter than what they were. Each one changed a quarter from what they were, which was not bad for like a year and a half difference. It took me like a year and a half to really notice that there was something different. So I ordered new glasses. They're really cutesy. They're not here yet. These are not the new ones. These actually have, like, the ones I ordered actually have like a little bit of glitter in them. Yeah, so they're by Coach, and they're like a ombre type thing, and they have a little bit of glitter in them. So I cannot wait to show them to you guys. I have to show them to you next week. I'm supposed to pick them up, I think, in a few days. I think is when they said they'll be in. So I'm really excited about that. Again, I haven't had new glasses in 2 years. These are the old lenses, and I would like to be able to see clearly. And not only that, but I noticed that my other glasses, and if you wear glasses and you have them for a long time, then you notice they start to fade on the sides. So they start to get very cloudy. Mine have been doing that, and I did not notice really, because you don't look at the sides because you're wearing them. But the other day I looked at them and I was like, oh wow, yeah, they're really getting cloudy. I've had them for 2 years. It's time. So I'm excited. I got new glasses coming. My hair's done. And I'm also starting a new job. So there's a lot of new things going on. And that was some of the reason why I went ahead and did my hair, because I was like, you know what, I'm starting kind of a new, it's not exactly like a whole new job. It's a new job within my field, if that makes sense. So I'm going from one job in my field to a very different dynamic. And my previous job I did for 12 years, and I love it. I loved it. And the good thing is that with this new job that I took, I still get to kind of do my old one here and there. So I'm very much excited about that. But my schedule is very different. So my old job, there was a very set schedule on when things were going on, things were changing. This new job is very, like, you don't know what's going to happen from day to day. And while I love that in my internship, I know it's going to be very different to adjust to on a daily basis. Because again, my old job was you had a very strict schedule on when things were going to happen. Not really happen, but when changes were going to take place. But with this job, it's like you don't know what's happening for the next 5 minutes. You don't know if you're going to have an emergency call. You don't know if there's going to be some sort of breakdown. You don't know. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I go see my office this coming week. My office is ready. They told me to come see it. So I have to go to my old job because it is at a new location. So I have to go to my old job, get my stuff, really go through a lot of it and put a lot of stuff in storage since I'm not doing it anymore. And keep a lot of my office stuff, like supply stuff, like organizers and stuff like that, can work with my new job. Posters and stuff, not so much, anything like that. So then I have to transfer, like I have to put all that stuff in storage or get rid of it. And then I start decorating my new office. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, actually. Well, not that nervous, but as anybody starts like a new job, like something completely different to them in a way, there's always that learning curve that takes place in the first several months to a year. And I remember our professor saying, you guys will not be comfortable doing this job for the first 3 years. And that's basically how my old job was. I was not fully confident in a lot of things until I'd say probably 2 years in, maybe 3. But the first year I remember was like absolute hell, because everything you learned in school was like a lie. They did not prepare you for the trenches. And, you know, there was a lot of things that I didn't think about when I was in school for it. So then when it came time to do it, I was like, oh wow, I'm not prepared for this. I don't even know how to I don't even know how to figure this out. Like, oh my God, like where do I start? And I remember that was like the first year was the hardest. But I will say, with this new job, I had a lot of hours of internship. Whereas in my undergrad, for my old job, I would say I had less than 100 hours because it was my minor, not my major. So I was not required to have a lot of hours. I want to say I had like maybe 80 hours. And when you look at it in the long run, that is not enough. So when I graduated from my undergraduate program, they sent out a survey to all the graduates, and they're like, you know, after like a year or so, they're like, well, how did you like the program? I was like, the program was good, but you need more internship hours, even for minors. This did not prepare me at all. Like you need more hours for your students. Because when you're minoring in it, it was a lot less hours. When you were majoring in it, it was like 200 plus hours they required. But for minoring, it was not anywhere close to that. So I suggested that they up the internship hours for undergrad for my old job when I graduated. I was like, yeah, there needs to be, yeah. But I will say that for my new job, I had 600 hours under my belt. Actually, I think I had more than that. I think I had like 900. I had a lot more, and I think that's why I feel fairly confident in a lot of ways to do this new job, is because of that. I think what's throwing me off is the different protocols, because every location has a different way of doing things. So I have to learn their protocols and how they want things done. And I think at that point, I'm going to feel a lot more at ease with certain conversations and certain decisions. So again, once I get there and I get more into it, I can find out more of these things and really put myself at ease. But overall, I feel fairly confident to do this job just because of all the hours of internship. And I graduated from a damn good program. Like, it is one of the top programs in the country for what I went to, you know, for my graduate degree, what I'm going to start doing. I mean, I can't complain. I think that I am very well prepared in a lot of ways. But again, not knowing those protocols and policies a little bit on how each location does things, that's kind of what's throwing me off right now. But that'll be figured out in the next few weeks. Like, you know, once I actually get there, that'll help a lot. So there's a lot of new things going on. That's what's going on in my life. New hair, new job, new glasses. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and I'll let you see my glasses and all that good stuff. So, see you then.